Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time midseason with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
Now Hall to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. That one good for 37 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's a screen play here for Carter. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play? And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. First carry for Najee Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. They'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, right back to Hall. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Escaping the press.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They run for it with Harris. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's a fan favorite when he plays at home. Every time he makes a big-time play, you can hear him shout, "Muth," from the stands. Pittsburgh, they love him. A lot of comparisons to Heath Miller as a rookie, and he contributed 7 touchdown catches. Now he contributes a first down.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
57, Mike 57.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
And here comes Berrios. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On the delay, here's Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
57 to Mike. 57. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Harris, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20 to 14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now Wilson on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this fourth quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score.
Boswell for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
3rd and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the 1st down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right except making the tackle the running back, and he ends up finding a way to pick up a 1st down. Brandon, that play just should not happen.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Hall again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run with Hall. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Steelers down by 7. 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Pickens complete, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Back to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.